This is part two of my older adult oral video presentation. Part one concluded with the theory of cognitive delay. Part two will begin with the theory limitations within Erikson's theory of biopsychosocial development. Some of the theory limitations that I discovered or that were discovered throughout this project and this course, differences within the development outside of the environmental and social influences. Some differences, children develop differently, based on other influences. Some children can succeed despite negative social influences and negative environmental influences, primarily based on other attributes that may be present. Societal customs or expectations. There are some certain norms and societal norms or expectations that may play a role in really a child's development that may not be associated here. Economic circumstances, again, especially with my grandfather, the individual which I interviewed, you're looking at the 1940s. As he stated it, a newspaper cost 15 cents for the week. Whereas today it's a different time, so definitely economic circumstances play a role. The ability to obtain food, how much the dollar can carry back then than it is now. Gender and racial impacts, specific genders and specific races that could impact someone's development, specifically in this stage. In the 1940s, if someone was not white, they would definitely have a harder time in society, as well as women. Women definitely had a harder time in society, and it was very rare that in the 1940s you had a one-parent household by choice. Different means in achieving certain skills within the theory. So there are different ways for individuals to achieve certain skills outside of just teaching, schooling. Individuals could achieve these skills in an alternative method. A certain traumatic event could spark someone to mature differently. Parentified children, they could mature at a different level or a quicker rate than children that aren't being parentified. So all these things are theory limitations within Erikson's theory development. Finally, my references. I touched base on some of the references in which I chose from my annotated bibliography. Each of the articles covered a nice array, touching base on the fourth stage of Erikson's theory, from the attachment and maternal sensitivity in middle childhood to the consequences of parental divorce, as well as the resilience and coping with trauma. Does gender make a difference? Each of these alone, coupled with Rogers, of course, helped really explain that fourth stage of Erikson's theory in a different light. And that is the conclusion of my older adult interview presentation. Thank you so much.